how to maintain my boundary while staying open and flexible. In another word is how can I stick to my value while being open? A good boundary repel the wrong people and attract the right people into you. When you have good boundaries, it means that whatever at the moment you have this boundary, you know what's the responsibilities and consequences it may bring, and you stick to it. If you're not true with your boundary and you don't have alignment with what you say and what your action is, you may draw the wrong people into your circle. That's a very important point to check if you are aligned between your action, your thought, and your words. And another thing to know is a good boundary is never fixated. It can evolve when your capability grow and your boundary may change. A typical example is some people may stay in a monogamous relationship for life, which is great. And some people may go through period want to try non-monogamy and then back to monogamy, which means their boundary needs to change for different relationship type. And there's nothing wrong or bad about changing it. More importantly is what's your communication and responsibilities around the boundary you set out, especially around the changes. One example is a couple I've supported. They have a big conflict, kinky and not kinky. They think this is a non-negotiable boundary issue. We don't just stick to the surface on kinky and not kinky, but get curious about the why. It turns out it's highly associated with the definition of kinky. One's definition is quite different than another person. It's never about changing one person or fixing another person. Well, I get curious about the why behind. We expand the definition using baby steps to experiment and find out if they are be interested in the new experiment rather than debating or convincing each other when the non-kinky partner experience playful and different ways of adventurous play, which is also part of the big kinky, but not the typical presentations on mainstream media. The partner were able to find their own flavor and adventure. It's more about finding the common ground to play at their own mysterious and fantasy together without being tied up to the traditional definition or the limiting beliefs. In this case, people still got to have the boundary and they get into the nuanced definition on what works for them and what doesn't. The most important thing is the communication and their connection. If you feel very tight about your boundary, I will encourage you to look into the why behind, do some experiment and to find what is your body alignment with your boundary instead of just thinking from your head. If you're at the stage of exploring new possibilities based on your boundary, my suggestion is to take baby steps, explore one thing at a time, and then find if your body and mind aligned with this experience. What I see over and over is people make day and night change. If that happens, it really overwhelms our nervous system. And then our reaction could be, oh, this is too much for me. So I shut down, run away, or get very defensive. If you want to expand your boundary, do baby steps, then digest your experience. Digest means share with a trustworthy friend how you feel, share with your therapist, coach, mentor, whoever can help you on this journey, and then take another steps. It goes faster than taking a big jump and retreat back. So if you're interested in having a consultation with me, you can find more in the description. Let me know if anything resonates with you in this video. I will see you in the next video. Bye.